A former Mexican congresswoman, also said to be a former mistress of one of the world's most notorious drug lords, took the stand today in El Chapo's trial in Brooklyn. And before that, the court heard from a drug enforcement agent who helped capture El Chapo back in 2014. That agent testified about how he and others spent days trying to take out every tunnel that the drug lord might have been using before they found him in the basement of a beach motel. Brian Yennis reporting. He's live in New York. What do we know about this mistress?
Shep, our courtroom producer reports Lucero Sanchez, one of El Chapo's mistresses, began testifying at 2 p.m. in Brooklyn federal court today. She walked in wearing a blue prison uniform and long rumored to be El Chapo's girlfriend. The 29-year-old told the court today that she started her relationship with Joaquin El Chapo Guzman in 2011. She was just 21. She identified El Chapo in court as the leader of the Sinaloa cartel. El Chapo is reportedly staring at her as she testifies. He also wrote a note to his lawyer as she spoke. Now, El Chapo's wife, Emma, well, she's in court throughout all of this. At one point, Sanchez was asked, what kind of relationship did you have with the drug kingpin? Sanchez replied, well, she was confused. Until today, she thought they were a couple. Sanchez was arrested on drug charges in June of 2017, trying to cross the border, and pleaded guilty in February of 2018. She's now serving as a witness against El Chapo in the hopes that she'll get less prison time. Shep, Lucero was a former legislator in Sinaloa, Mexico, and her nickname was Chapo Diputada, or Chapo's deputy. Shep.
Brian Yennis, live in New York. Thanks. Bob Bianchi's here, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor. Wow.
Yeah, Shep. You know, we talk all the time about you don't want your lawyer or your accountant testifying against you. I guess the second corollary in a case like this is you don't want your wife or your mistress testifying against you for the government, because they have intimate secrets that can really blow things away, and there's really not a lot of motive for them to lie. So she came across very credibly from what we're understanding from the news reports. She talks about she thought she had a romantic relationship, and let's not forget about the fact that she ties in the drug distribution scheme, but moreover, his wife is in the back of that courtroom, and she's on a witness stand talking about their romantic relationship. No bueno as far as that is going.
You know, a couple of days ago, we get testimony from someone who says, yeah, the cartel under El Chapo paid off the Mexican leader, Pena Nieto, gave him $100 million. To hear it on the stand was quite something, but that's an open secret down in Mexico. What are the concern levels? I mean, I hear from 5, 6 o'clock in the morning that the security over in Brooklyn for this thing is unprecedented.
Shep, it is probably the most breathtaking corruption scheme at the highest levels, from the president, if it's to be believed, to the federal drug enforcement authorities in Mexico, state and local police that were frustrating the United States from even being able to capture them at certain times, turning them away, judges being bribed. It went everywhere. So this is like something that you really can't believe. And I got to be honest with you, these agents that went in there and interdicted and are testifying right now, I got to tell you, I've seen mob cases. I've been involved in mob cases, things of that nature. This is the real deal, because these guys up and down have a lot of money to buy a lot of power, if it's to be believed.
What with the pace of the trial, when do we think we might get to the end of this thing? Any idea?
You know, I think they're getting towards the end with respect to these kinds of witnesses.
We're not going to hear from El Chapo, right?
You know, the defense actually did something very interesting. They put El Chapo on a witness list, which is very unusual. Said, we don't know if he's going to testify, but he may be a witness. But I think it would be insane to do that, because then the prosecution could take all that other evidence that they've already gotten, and they can continue to cross-examine him on it, where the defense's argument is, this isn't El Chapo. This is a rival drug lord that's doing this. They're doing things on behalf of him, and that the United States government and the Mexican authorities are corrupt. They want to go after El Chapo, but he's not the real target. He gets on the stand, he could blow that.
Yeah, that's quite a tale there. I mean, would require a lot of people involved in a huge conspiracy.
Especially because the defense attorney is cross-examining El Chapo about the fact that apparently Pena Nieto, if it's to be believed, wanted $250 million, and that they negotiated it down to $100 million. Why would the defense be bringing that out? Because it shows your guy, your client, has $100 million to pay off the Mexican president. That, to me, seems counterintuitive to say he's an innocent.
Well, it doesn't sound like they have a lot of routes to travel here. Bob, thanks. After our